All right. So happy Monday. Happy first official May. Oh my God, Monday of June. I am super excited for June, you guys. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen, like, June is just a big month for me. It's my birthday month. I'm turning 30 this month. And I'm just like really ready to put the first start or basically the lull of the first quarter of the year behind me. I don't know if you guys maybe feel the same way, but think I can speak for a lot of us that April and May were just weird months. I think Anyway, I feel like June is going to be the start of a fresh new start for a lot of us, and I'm just excited to kick it off. So I have a few announcements with that said. So let me share. 1 second. Get rid of that. Okay. All right. So if you are a newer coach, you might not know this, but we have decided to host our team retreat. So this is something Leah and I are teaming up on. We are hosting a team-wide downline retreat this year. We were going to do it a strictly diamond retreat. My retreat last year, I had it as an emerald retreat, obviously. And this year I really wanted to just kind of run with everyone and see what we were capable of and make it a diamond retreat. So with everything that's happened over the last couple of months and just with all the newcomers, newer coaches that have joined us or rejoined us, we've decided to change the rules and we are now making this an emerald/diamond team-wide retreat. So with that said, there are some criteria that you guys still have to meet to earn a spot. Okay, so if you are a newer coach and you're coming in with us just this month, I'm going to require that you hit Success Club June, July, and August. Our retreat is August 16th through 18th, so plenty of time to make that happen, SC6 by that time. Basically just to show and prove that you really truly are all in on, staying with your goals, okay? For those so you have to hit either emerald or be in diamond qualifications by Summit July 12th. So that is our new extended deadline. I am not going to extend it anymore. This place is booked. I'm working with getting our photographer, Erin Miller, who did our Emerald Retreat last November, to come up that weekend and do some pictures for us. Going to do some hiking, brewery tasting, all that jazz, and just basically team building. So I'm so excited for this. This means a lot to me. So I hope that you guys really put this on your goal board for this next quarter here and just make it happen. Like I said, June is an epic month. We have the $20 discount going on right now for all our challenge packs, which is insane. Like every time they did this last summer when Lift 4 was coming out, and I tell you, you guys, 140 is literally freaking a steal. When I signed up with my challenge pack, it was $200. I still have a little bit of bitterness thinking about that it was $200 when I signed up, and now it's $60 off. So really run with that. I already I think that's why a lot of the momentum for the first week already is going on, because you can follow up with all your people and go back and hey, I just want to check back in with you because now, that sign up package is $20 off now. That's literally what I've been doing. And everyone's kind of going crazy for it. So let's just make it happen. And, I skipped right over my first announcement. Okay. And I want to talk about Summit. Oh, Brittany, hi. So Summit, you guys. All right. So again, if you're brand spanking new, Summit is our annual event. Okay. So side note, I have never been to Summit. We as a team, no one has been to Summit before. If you are new, you probably don't know the story. I talk about all the time how I literally signed up because I had such FOMO over watching people at Summit. So the turning point for me going from just a discount coach to a working coach was watching everybody at Summit and just realizing like that was the type of community and culture and team that I wanted to be a part of. So I started actually coaching end of June, beginning of July. So that is coming up. That's July 12th through 14th. We have a Airbnb. We have, I think, at least 10 girls so far between Leah and myself that are going. And you guys, the new coach discount ticket is $145. I'm pretty sure I paid $130 or $135. That was like the lowest ticket price that there was. That's insane. So all you have to do is go to coachsummit.com, and I believe you can find the you go put in new coach, and it gives you like a discount code. So do not, like, just because you're a brand new coach, or maybe you're like a discount coach and you're thinking about coaching, but you're like kind of scared or whatever, like buy a freaking ticket and come away with us this weekend and like just experience it for yourself. Like, look at it, if anything, just like a girls' weekend trip for you to just like get some free workouts and have a crazy awesome experience and see Rachel Hollis. Like, I mean, you know, just think about it that way. Don't overthink it. Just take action and do the thing, because I promise you, like, this is going to be a game changer. And for like, how amazing would that be for all of us to experience it together? Okay. And come out of that together. So the last day to register for that is June 14th. So that's going to come up in a second. And so just make sure, like, if you've been teeter-tottering or thinking about it, just go for it. Okay. All right. So those are my announcements. And now, since Brittany's here, I'm going to, oh my gosh, I lost it. I'm going to just announce her. I'm so awkward. Okay. So Brittany, I am so excited. Brittany Corbett. Can you guys all see this? Yes. Okay. She and I met at a new leadership conference this year. So the funny thing is that, so we are part of Melanie Mitro's downline. And I knew freaking nobody going to this leadership conference. You guys, I felt so like insanely lucky that I was even going. But I tell you, I kid you not, I had anxiety over going to leadership probably for about 2 weeks leading up to it. I was like just a ball of nerves because I knew I'd never been to LA before. I've never really flown by myself or traveled by myself other than when I went, I lived abroad, and all I had to do was like get there and someone was waiting for me. Like, I've never, like, everything about this was outside my comfort zone. I wasn't going to know anybody there other than the people that I kind of like creep on and know through Instagram. So Brittany, I just remember immediately being drawn to Brittany because Melanie Mitro is actually very close friends with Moira Kusaba, who is actually Brittany's top upline. So at leadership, those coaches flew in and they basically were there to support their downline people that earned spots there. Little did I know that they were actually getting all together and, you know, doing all these fun things and events and stuff together. So I actually last minute got plugged in and was told, like, oh, like, are you on Melanie's team? Yeah, you should come to dinner and come to the hike tomorrow and all this stuff. So I actually ran into Brittany the next morning at the hike at Hollywood Hills, and I got to chatting with her. Her husband, her fiance's name is Nate, and she is just seriously like down home, genuine, so much fun, so easy to talk to and hang around. And like, I just remember thinking, oh my God, I want to be your best friend. So I am so excited for her to share with us tonight because, first of all, she's a kick-ass coach, and I feel like she makes this look so flippin' easy. The way she is on Instagram and the way she is in her story, she's so authentic, and just, you honestly, like I said, just from my first interaction with her, like, I was immediately drawn to her. That's how she is on her social media. So she's completely authentic. But what I love about Brittany too is that she said this to me then, and she like I see it through her now. Like she loves this business and she loves this community for exactly what it is. And she works it and she shows up every day, but yet she still is so passionate about what she does with her full-time job as a dentist. So I love that about her, because she's just another example of how you can really, like, you don't have to come into this business needing and wanting to make a full-time income and have it be your new everything. We are all attracted to this for different reasons, and our whys are so different. And I just love that she is, again, so unique and just completely herself. So like I said, she's engaged. She has the cutest little dog who she is diabetic, which you're going to have to like explain that one. And she's a lifetime 1-star diamond. She's a Success Club legend. So she's hit Success Club for the last 12 months in a row, or at least 12 months in a row. And she's freaking Chick-fil-A lover. And so I still have not had Chick-fil-A, side note. Okay, so I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to let her take it away and share with us. And I'm super pumped.
Hi, y'all. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. This is amazing. And I just feel so very flattered by all of that. I'm like blushing now. I want to start by like talking about Summit too, because if you haven't gone to Summit, I'll tell you, I joined almost a year ago. I'm like a year and a couple months, and I'm just very coachable. I played basketball. I was like a college athlete. So I was like, Hannah told me to get a ticket, and I was like, okay, I'll get a ticket. And I was a Success starter, but I wasn't in time to like get my ticket for Summit last year. So I paid the full whatever. And I can tell you, I paid more than $130. And I just didn't even look back. And you guys, to be on the street working out with 40,000 people, there is nothing like it. Like the first workout I will never forget. My coach Hannah had earned this like special workout with Joel that not everybody got to do, even though there were still like a couple hundred people in there. And when everyone started doing jumping jacks, my breath was taken away. It's really, truly incredibly fun. There's people there who are not even like working coaches. So you don't have to be like gung-ho about this at this point in your journey. Just go and enjoy it. It's worth the investment. Rachel Hollis is going to be there. You're going to meet a lot of people. The community is everything. It really is. So I have to like pump up Summit because I'm stoked about it too. And Indy is really cool. I didn't realize how fun Indianapolis is. I was like, why does it have to be in Indy? Like that doesn't sound, but it's a good town. They take care of us. So just a little bit about myself. I started coaching, like I said, about a year and a couple months. I have been doing Beachbody. No, you go away. My fiance and I are so sweet to each other. I have been doing Beachbody for like over a decade. Like I've been doing DVDs back, Turbo Fire. Shalene Johnson is my girl. Like that's my go-to. And I had always like kind of thought like, what is a Beachbody coach? Like what? And I even had a couple people approach me like, she should be a coach. And I'm like, it's okay. I don't have time. And then I saw an acquaintance. I can't even call her a friend because she was like a grade younger than me. I knew her name, but like I didn't really know who she was. And I saw her posting all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? No, it's not, babe. No, I'm excited. Sorry. He's telling me to be quiet because he's cooking dinner and he's on the phone. And I'm like, I can't. I'm yelling. But anyways, I saw her making posts, and it wasn't like Beachbody blatant, but I knew enough about the programs and the products because I was ordering 1 bag of Shakeology and I was trying to spread it out over 3 months because I was paying full price like a dummy. And I reached out to her and I was like, hey, are you a Beachbody coach? And she like kind of was like, yeah, girl, like, have you heard of it? She did, in retrospect, it's fun to look back. Hindsight's 2020. But I was like, well, okay. And money, by the way, was not like my motivator. My motivator was the fact that I had been working in dentistry. If you guys, I know probably some of you on this team were in the health field or work full time or whatever. It's exhausting. It's mentally draining, emotionally draining, physically draining. And so I just would like come home, not work out, eat shit because I was too tired to cook. And then I just kept getting unhappier and unhappier. And I knew that coaching would like just kick me into gear. And one little thing, money was not my motivator, but I said to Hannah, I said, do you like actually make money doing this? And she's like, yeah, girl, you can make like legit money. And I was like, all right. I watched a sneak peek and I was like, okay, let's do it. And so I messaged her and I'm like, should I just go to the website? And of course, like now, of course, you know, like, no, don't go to the website. So I was a little bit of a unicorn, but let me tell you the key to this story, you guys. This wasn't totally random. Hannah was kind of stalking a classmate that she thought would be like the best coach ever. And I was friends with her. And so Hannah friended me. And that is the day I reached out to her. That's the day. So this is all about, you have to just keep expanding your network, even if it's that. I consider I was warm market for her. You know, we went to high school together, even though we didn't know each other. But it's so important. You never know where you're going to find your people if you're not doing all the things. So I rarely sit down and have a power hour. It's just not really in the cards for me. Well, maybe it could be, but like I choose to sit my hour on my butt on the couch and spend time with my fiance and watch a show. Like I still live my life because that's more important to me. But I work my ass off. Okay. I have a patient who was in the chair and she had lost like so much weight. And I had nothing to do with it, by the way. And I said to her, I was like, how much weight did you lose? And I was trying to talk to her about it. And I was like, I just am curious because I do online health and fitness coaching. And I'm in her mouth, so she can't say anything right away. But then I finally give her a chance to talk. And she said, I'm sorry, how do you have time to do online health and fitness coaching? Like you're a full-time dentist. I said, well, I'm a hustler. That was the first thing out of my mouth. And then I said, and also I don't play any Candy Crush anymore, you know, which is like kind of a joke, right? It's funny. I used to play, I'm on like level 2000. It's still on my phone, but I don't play it anymore. And, you know, everyone has the same 24 hours. So you just got to prioritize. And sometimes I watch the TV, but a lot of times every single minute of my day, I'm either working dentistry or I'm working Beachbody. And it doesn't have to be a 20-minute pocket. For me, it doesn't have to be an hour pocket. I mean, I rarely get those pockets. If I have 5 minutes in between patients, if I have 30 minutes at lunch, if I have 5 minutes while I'm waiting on prescriptions, you know, like you'll find a lot of time. We can do this whole damn thing on our phone. It's insane what you can do. And I'll claim I'm not very organized. I could probably be a lot more successful if I was more organized. But a few things that I do, if I don't have a journal with me, which sometimes I don't. If I'm like messaging and following up in between patients, like I don't have time to be like, write this name down because she's talking to me. Just take a screenshot and add it to like a folder. I have like a photo album that's like follow up. And that's kind of the way that I can keep up because I can't write down everybody. And following up is so important to have a list going of people who have responded to you because you guys know how many people just don't respond. And I ain't ashamed to keep reaching out. And I will keep reaching out. If you're going to keep watching me, I'm going to keep reaching out. And sometimes they don't. But if someone says no, I'm like, oh, good. She said something back. This is an opportunity. So the other thing that I think is so, so important for people who are not able to do this full time, you have to kind of stay in your lane and you cannot play the comparison game. You have to, you know, I'm super competitive. I just always have been. So when I see the SC boards go up and I see like SC 30, I'm like, I'm only at SC 4. Like, what am you can't let that get in your head. You just have to keep chugging away, keep doing the things every single day. And you know, Amy mentioned this. If I don't do anything right, I sometimes feel like I'm drowning. Like I'll jump into training and I'm really good for a week and then I'll fall off because I'm trying to plan a wedding and I'm a full-time dentist. But I will always do my vitals. I will always show up on social media. I never let my story get to like less than 5 or I'm having a panic attack. Okay. Because people need to see you to trust you. If you're not building trust, you're not gonna find anybody. Number one, that wants to trust you with their health, but also wants to trust you with the business. So showing up, doing the vitals. I know that's like something you're going to hear. And that's a theme at Summit too. It's like, and I think coaches are afraid to use the word consistency because they want to say something new and cool, like, and they want to like leave you with this crazy good nugget. And it's like, but that is it. It's consistency, and it's doing the vitals, because I never don't hit Success Club. Like, there's been a few scares, but like, it just doesn't happen, because I'm always working. I'm always having new conversations with people, and I'm showing up every day. And this is not about quitting my day job. For me, this has evolved, right? Like, so I knew I could maybe like make a little extra money. I have a shit ton of student loans. I just freaked my fiance out because he just looked at them recently and he was like, what is this? We're gonna work on that. So not to say money doesn't help. I mean, I make good money as a dentist, but I also have a ton of debt, and we're trying to pay for a wedding, and my story has evolved. I didn't come into this for money, but now I'm like, oh my God, this is such a huge opportunity for me. I only want to do this, and this parts of dentistry, because there's a lot of it I don't really care if I ever do again. It's the parts that I want to do until my hands fall off. So for me, it's an incredible opportunity to just kind of shift things where I can maybe just do dentistry 2 to 3 days a week. And then I'm going to save my body a lot of turmoil. And then I can make a lot of money doing this. And it's not progressing as quickly as I wanted it to. I'm not going to lie. Like, I thought like this time last year, I was like, I'm going to be making 6 figures doing this. And that's just not the case. And that's okay. You know, I have to align my goals with what I'm doing, my behavior. I can't say, well, I want to be making 6 figures, but I'm still going to watch an hour of TV every night. Because reality is I could probably do a lot in that hour, but I need freaking sanity. And I'm not one of those. I'm not. In terms of saving time, I don't know if you guys use text replacement. Is anyone using text replacement? Oh my God. Okay. In your iPhone, or I like to use the iPhone, but it's even in Instagram. They have these little things where you can type out a full thing and then make a little shortcut for it. So in my spare time, if I don't have like current conversations going back and forth, I'll look at who's followed me that day and I'll try to shoot them something. And all I type in my box is intro 1, and it's this whole spiel. Here, I'll tell you what it is, because and this is a really great way to start developing relationships with people and not having to be like, hey, you want to join my group? You want to join my group? Like, she's just started following me. She doesn't know what my group even is. Like, no, I don't want to join your group. But this will save you a ton of time, because you can pop out these intros when I'm going through my stories and I'm looking at who like watched my workout. Well, if I've already started a conversation, I feel way better. But like, hey girl, by the way, it's like totally rude of me not to invite you. Like, I run these accountability groups. Do you want to join? But now when I've already introduced myself and been like, hey, here, I'm going to send it to my sweaty, lovely life. So I type in intro 1, which takes me all of no seconds. I'll look at the name, and so I'll plug in the name. And it just says, hey, blah, blah, blah. I want to say thanks for tagging along with my crazy life, and say hi and introduce myself. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm a full-time dentist, part-time health coach. I'm an obsessed dog mom, planning for my wedding in September, and I'm a TV junkie when I'm not working out, or trying to be an adult. LOL. What do you do for fun? And that's like my first like thing that I say to people. And at least that gets a conversation going. And it might not like go on forever, but now they're probably watching me. And I've had several people open up and be like, oh, like, I need help. Like, will you help me? And I didn't even invite them. I just told them what I do, and now they want my help. So if you use these, it's going to save you a ton of time. I type in something called BBS, and it stands for Beachbody Story. Hey girl, thanks so much for watching my story. Had to extend an invite. It's totally rude not to. I'm getting everyone set up for my next health and wellness accountability group. Want to snag a spot? But all I wrote was BBS and pressed enter. I do plug in their name, so it takes me another second, but that will save you a ton of time. Yeah, I think that's it. Do you guys have any questions? I feel weird that I can't hear anyone. I feel like I'm talking like in the dark. Like, where are they?
Oh my God, I love you. Oh man. So I love it. Okay. first point, like, make a system that works for you. I feel like that's so dead on. Like, you just gotta, it's so hard, like, you know, to really, like, you know, with, you know, new coach training or whatever, like, to pass it on, because, like, we're all in such different spots. Even if we're all first starting out, we all, like, have different schedules and different, you know, whatever, obligations. And it's like, you gotta find what works for you. But bottom line, we all know exactly what we need to fit into those pockets that we have.
It's also Ludington.
So,
on Lake Michigan on the beach.
background,
You guys could go for a walk. Go for a walk with your. You don't want to.
I can't hear.
You
You hear Nate?
Yeah.
That's an amazing.
Nate, be quiet.
Oh my god. Anyway, so the next thing that you said that I love was stay in your lane, because I don't know, that was pretty much like my funk for April and May was just the comparison game and like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I came home from the cruise, first, you know, leadership, then the cruise. It was like, oh my god, like these people are normal humans. How are they hitting SC 40, 50, 60, 70? You know what I mean? Like, what are they doing that I'm not? So then it's like, come home and you all of a sudden just like that game. But I think it's such a power, and like, I think, what'd she say? I was listening to a call from Warrior today, and she said literally the answer, or maybe it was somebody else, they said the answer to your problems, focusing back on yourself. Like, everything that's going on in your business, you just need to go back to focusing on you, and it's all going to like work itself out. Because if we are feeling good, like, you know, doing things and sweating it out and getting results in our nutrition and our mindset,
for the most part, again, this is my thoughts. I don't think there's going to be
feel so much better about everything.
Stuff. I do know she's getting her hair done on Monday.
What's so funny?
Nate is so loud. I can't.
And you know what's frustrating for me is that, like, it's not a matter of, like, I have this huge freaking house, okay? But if I go to this end of the house, the Wi-Fi won't work over there. Babe, can you please? I can't go anywhere else. I have to be connected to the Wi-Fi, and everyone can hear you.
I can't talk to two people at once. Sorry.
They can't hear me because of you, and I can't bring my computer to the other.
Go ahead.
Pray for us. I'm sorry. You know what's funny is that I didn't even notice him talking.
I'm dying. Does anyone else have any questions? I don't want to like just a minute, because I could like keep talking. Oh, well, okay. One last thing. The IG shortcuts. I heard that from that Brittany lady. The other Brittany. No, maybe her name's not Brittany. She's another new, like, she popped 10-star last year or something like that. Anyway, she said something like that on a call. I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. I just, like, have not done it. It's just, so you literally, like, type it out, and then what you do, highlight it all, and you can, there's an option for, like, more and do, yeah? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Instagram stories, I don't use that option, so I can't tell you, but I know it's user-friendly. But I go into general and then into settings, and then general, and then keyboard, and then there's a little thing called text replacement. And I don't know if you can see this, like, I have all these, and of course you kind of have to memorize them, and some of them, like, I don't use as much anymore. But even if somebody hasn't responded to me, FU1, FU. But that's follow-up one, and it's just like, hey, just checking back in because I didn't hear back from you. Like, bam, FU1, that's all I type. Mm-hmm. So it saves a ton of time, because I ain't got time.
Mm-hmm. What would you say, like, is there like some major
that's kind of
that you've had to experience, like, and what did you do? What do you do?
You went out when you said that. Is there some what?
What do you do to get yourself out of like a funk?
Oh, funk? PD. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like so cheesy. I work out, PD, and I just say to myself, you have to kind of always go back to your why. Like, I almost had a breakdown the other day because of money. And I was like, with this wedding and planning and buying bridesmaid, I mean, it's just so much. And you have to hold on to those moments. And then when you start feeling like, I don't freaking want to send invites, I don't want to show up on social media, you have to remember your why, and you just do it. And you can fake through those times that you're not feeling great. If there's a day where I don't have a lot of shit going on, I'll try to find a funny meme. I try to either provide entertainment or value of some kind. And if it's not health or fitness, I'm going to put something up there. Like, I try to put my job up there. No one likes my dentist photos, so you can't tell I'm a dentist. No one likes a picture of teeth. I don't know why. But yeah, everybody's got a funk. I mean, it typically boils down to like something in your life. Like, which vital am I not doing? Am I maybe not doing as well with my nutrition? Am I not taking time out for my morning routine and doing gratitude and listening to personal development? There's usually something missing.
So, for you, like, what is like, so like, you must have some sort of like a morning routine that you like. Those are things you get done, non-negotiable when you're working. Like, what are those things?
Well, I bought a Ruggie. For those of you who don't know what a Ruggie is, I'm not a morning person, so this is really hard for me, okay? So I bought this. I found it on Instagram. Duh, that's where I get everything. And it's literally an alarm clock that's a mat that you have to stand on for 5 seconds. Or you can set it to 3 seconds, but you have to stand on it for a full 5 seconds for it to stop going off. I put it across the room because I'm a snoozer. And I've read the 5 second rule. I get it. I try to do the blast off in my head. It doesn't work. So I've started doing that so that I have time for working out and sitting on the couch. Like, I don't want to have to wake up and like press play. I need like that 45 minutes to kind of just take it easy. I bought a book of affirmations. I read a few pages of my, right now I'm reading The Slight Edge, which is so good. God, it's so good if you haven't read it. And one of the things he said is, the slight edge is basically doing the little things consistently that end up making a huge difference over time. And it's the things that are just as easy not to do. Like, they're also that easy to do. So you just like think to yourself, like, it's really easy for me not to spend 5 minutes to invite right now. But like, it's also really easy to just spend 5 minutes and crank out some invites, like doing those little things every day. I have audibles because I have a commute to work. So I get in more PD on my way to work. But yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say, PD is often in Corbett. Like, I have like a 20-minute commute. Anytime I'm in the car, I'm listening to PD. I just try to jab it as much as I can. But you gave me a really good tip with that meditation on Audible. That is so good.
Because I'm not a meditator kind of person. Like, I don't like to be in the quiet. Like, if I'm working doing dentistry and the TV's not on or the music's not on, I'm like, stop. I need something. Like, it freaks me out. Yeah. So it's hard for me to slow down. Unless I'm like watching Netflix, then I can slow down.
Yeah. Well, does anybody else have any questions?
I have a question. Hi. I met you on the cruise. You remember me?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm sorry, I'm really awkward. Okay.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, it's fine. So I am trying to I guess build relationships before I send the invite now, but because before I was just sending my boot camp first, without person, but I struggle so hard with I've built some initial relationships, and I'm just okay, so how we'll talk about nursing, but then I don't know how to talk about I feel I'm probably overthinking it, but how to jump into talking about fitness and then inviting to the boot camp. I don't want people to think that I'm only talking to them just to sell them something, So So how do you do that? Like, how do you kind of navigate from like the relationship piece to kind of the invite?
There was somebody who said, and I don't remember who it was, but she got on a team call and she was like, you know what? These are not cold invites. Even if you've never spoken to them, if they're creeping on you, like that is your right to invite. Like, and if they want to stop watching you, like I had some people that I've unfollowed because I got so mad because they just like won't respond to me and they're still watching me every effing day. I'm like, you could just, and I'll even be like, like you can say no, it doesn't hurt my feelings, and they still will not respond. I'm like, it's so awkward. It's so weird. I just think you have to just get over it. Because if you've already kind of started a conversation with them and then you see they're watching your story, that's your open. You have the right to ask them. And it's not that you're selling anything. I don't know if you've read Get Over Your Damn Self, but if you haven't, maybe do that. So you are offering them an opportunity and a gift that they may otherwise not get if you don't do that for them. And that's kind of rude. So don't be rude. Invite them. And people aren't thinking like, oh my God. I mean, some people probably are, but who cares if they are? I mean, I have a girl who's like, I'm definitely going to sign up with you if I ever sign up. I'm so tired of other people asking me. So like, she already has that. But I did the same thing to her, but she just liked me. I don't know. So just be yourself. And I think sending in a genuine invite to join my health group, to be healthy, like that's a nice thing to do. It's not a pushy thing to do. And I'll tell you what, when people tell me no, I'm not like, oh, okay, bye. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. You must have something that's working for you. What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
And then a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I just don't have time. Okay, well, I got that problem solved for you. I don't really say no and bye unless they've repeatedly told me no, and I still keep asking, and then I won't.
Yeah.
I won't nag them, but I still invite them.
I actually have like a little bit of advice on that because I, for a while, wasn't doing connections. So like, it's kind of like the same thing she was saying. Like I was just going right to the invite, like right out the gate. But then I started really focusing on making sure I'm doing that 20-minute of connections a day. So like basically going and re-engaging, like just talking to people. But then, so what I do, because like, you know, again, like you don't want to go from like talking about, oh, your kids are so cute or blah, 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 something personal, and then like jump right into the invite. So like I always keep it, my mentor tells me, don't reach out to these people when you're like doing your connections, like the intent to just like do an invite. The next day though, if they are like watching my workout clips, right off that screen, I send to all those people, because then when I send the message, like, girl, like, I sang a spot in my group, like, I've got open enrollment going this week. Like, I do it really, like, you know, informal, whatever, right off the cuff, because they can see that I see that they watched my story, like, of me working out and doing, or whatever. And so, like, and I'm usually, like, have stuff in there about, oh, my June boot camp or whatever. You know, so that way it's sort of like, okay, like we have a relationship or whatever, but I see you watching my stuff. Are you interested? Kind of thing. And it just kind of opens the door for them to be like, I don't know, what's that about, kind of a thing, you know? So that's like what I would do. Because like, I mean, it's almost kind of awkward. You got to think about it. It's almost kind of awkward. Like, how come you haven't invited me? You know, because they see you're a health coach and they see like you do it, you know? So you always got to kind of think of it that way, if that helps too. All right. Well, I really appreciate you, Brittany.
Oh, well, thanks for having me, y'all. This was so fun. I'm sorry if I yelled. I'm sorry that Nate was yelling too.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Reminds me of home. It just reminds me of home. Does anyone have any last minute questions for Brittany, or are we good?
I guess I kind of have one.
Oh, Alex. Okay, come on.
First off, you're hilarious. I love you.
Oh, thank you.
And I guess I hopped on late, so you might have already talked about it, but when you're inviting and you have like a lot of people, maybe the people who ignore you, how many typical invites or reach outs will you do like before you initially like finally say goodbye, I'm done trying with you?
I don't know.
'Cause, like,
I don't know if I have that point. I won't reach out to them every month, but I'll do like every other or every 3 months. I will do it.
Okay,
And
because
some
I like
people. Go ahead.
I was going through like my like follow-ups from last month, and it's like to the point where some of them it's like I'm about to message them for the 3rd or 4th time and they haven't responded, so I'm just kind of like F you, goodbye. But if they like reach out, if they're like watching my stories and like still following me, then like I find myself reaching back out to them again. But sometimes they don't answer. And then there's people who like vote in my polls, or they'll like give me an email and I'm like, well, I can't give you information if you don't answer me anymore.
So sometimes a voice text will work. I don't know. I mean, I know that's kind of like a little bit out of a lot of people's comfort zone, but to use that voice memo and be like, hey girl, like, I know you're watching my stories. I know that I've reached out to you a couple of times. Maybe you're just busy. I hope that, you know, I'm not pressuring you. I just, you know, don't mistake my passion for pressure. I'm just really excited about what I'm doing. And I see that you're watching. Like you know, it's fine if you say no, and then maybe they'll say something. And I have like a written format too, where I like PFP, passion for pressure, where I'm like, don't mistake my passion for pressure. I'm just really excited about what I'm doing. It's totally an invite. It's meant to be an invite. So it's like cool either way.
Mm-hmm.
And take the pressure off.
I try not to be pushy because I always want to like invite how I would want to be invited. But now I'm just kind of like playing around with like different ways because some people react differently to certain things. So I'm like trying to get in the happy medium of that.
It's hard, and you never know what people. So I will do this thing a lot where I search for a GIF, and I do the Bueller GIF if they're just like ignoring me, and I just send that. And it's like that's risky. Like they could be like, "Fuck that girl, Bueller." But a lot of times people are like, oh, and they'll finally respond. Yeah, I have no shame. I have zero shame.
I love it.
You just, you know, it's like, you got to try, or maybe you don't try, but it's, if they don't say anything ever, like, who cares?
People. They're not
your people. Yeah. Or maybe she is your person. She needs you to keep reaching out, and like she's just really, you know, quiet and shy, and maybe one day she'll respond and maybe she won't.
Yeah.
Like who said it? I don't know who said it, but like you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Like, you know, I don't know how many.
Preach.
Yeah, like you can't say the wrong thing. So and like what do you got to lose? Just keep inviting. Like unless they like block you or come at you nasty and you can block them. Like it's like I always like think about it that way. And plus we just have way too many people, especially within our team, of like reaching out for a long time with nothing, and like all of a sudden they're ready. So it's like, you know, you just kind of got to think about it like that too. Like,
and a lot of top coaches, you guys, are those people like that ignored, dodged and now they're like freaking, you know, making a lot of money doing this. So you just never know.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Brittany. I think we all appreciate you tenfold.
Well, thanks. I appreciate y'all. Can we do like a boomerang of some kind?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what do we do? Just like,
Oh, we all do it?
I usually do this. I'm not saying you have to do that. Okay, ready? You say it. You say it.
All right, 1, 2.
Oh. No. Okay, you count down.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's great.
All right, I'm gonna steal it.
Oh man.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all have a great night, and I hope to see you guys at Summit. Oh my God, it's so soon. It's like a late birthday present for me. I'm turning 34 July 7th.
Shut the front door.
34?
Yeah, how old do you think I was?
I thought you were like 24. Oh my God, what? Wait,
I'm the old fart.
when's your birthday?
July 7th.
I'm June 7th. Are you a Cancer?
I'm a Cancer.
Me too. No way. I'm
You
turning.
know,
So we're gonna have to do some shots or something.
yeah, well, it's going to be Rumpelmans.
What? What's a rumble?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's peppermint schnapps.
Oh my God. I've never. Maybe. I've
It's a true dentist shot. It's
Oh.
like
Dirty
mouthwash.
Girl Scouts, like doctor.
It's like me, Nate and I drink way too much. That's like my main problem with like life.
Oh, I hear you there. Yes. But,
I'm not drinking all week.
right now,
Yeah.
Kyle.
Well, it's just like Monday through Thursday.
Oh, gotcha. Last little bit, and then I promise.
The max.
Aren't we both? We're all gonna be at the people going. Melanie and Moira are doing that event, right? Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome. All right.
Yay! It'll be fun. All right, y'all have a great night. I'm gonna scarf some food before my 9 o'clock meeting.
Okay, bye.
Bye.